All right, now live on YouTube, starting us up on Rumble. Wait a minute, hold on a second. There we go. Hopefully I have the correct stream going up on Rumble. Anyway, good afternoon, hello, welcome to This Day in History, aka TDH. This show is about events that occurred today throughout the annals of recorded history. I am A.O. Xander.
Golden Loon.
And if you are it is, what is it, Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday, yep. January 28th, 2026. Let's jump into the history today, shall we? Starting us off in the year 98. After the death of Nerva, Trajan was declared Roman Emperor in Cologne, the seat of his government in Lower Germany. All right. I'm trying to find my thing on Rumble here really quick, so that way I can make sure. Come on. Is it even working? 814, the death of Charlemagne. Why is it not working? The first Holy Roman Emperor brought about the accession of his son, Louis the Pious, as ruler of the Frankish Empire. It says that I'm streaming on the Rumble, so I hope I am.
Why do you question it?
Well, because it keeps playing my autoplay video thing here. It's not going to the actual video for whatever reason. So, anyway, 1069, Robert de Comines, appointed Earl of Northumbria by William the Conqueror, rode into Durham, England, where he was defeated and killed by rebels. This incident led to the harrying of the North. All right.
Excuse me.
Still not working here. There we... Wait. Live? There we go.
It says live.
It says live. It's... 1077, German King Henry IV was absolved by Holy Roman Emperor Pope Gregory VII and invited back to the church after his penitent walk to Canossa. Yep. 1099, the first Crusaders began the siege of Hosn al-Akrad, Syria. All right. Well, I'm way ahead of myself right here. 1393, the Bal des Ardennes, the Ball of the Burning Men, fired during a royal court ball in Paris, killed 4 dancers dressed as wild men. King Charles VI narrowly escaped.
So what's a burning ball?
Well, it's a ball, like a dance, like a royal ball.
Okay.
And oh yeah, this is a photo of the guy getting killed on the way into the city. But here's the photo. So they had these people dressed in these shaggy carpet-looking things, and you can see that they're on fire. And that was intentional until the fire spread. If I actually image search this here really quick, let's see here, images. There's a bunch of pictures that come up. The Bal des Ardennes. So they are dressed as wild men. You can see all of these images have people dancing depicted in some kind of like shaggy, like, you can see it really good right here. Yeah. And they were set ablaze, and then they were dancing as part of the show. But then it spread, and it almost killed the king. So,
great.
Yeah. 1495, Pope Alexander VI, Roderick Lancol I de Borgia, gave his son Caesar as hostage to Charles VIII of France. Well, ain't that a bitch? Giving up his son for a hostage? As a hostage, yeah. 1521, Holy Roman Emperor Charles V opened the Diet of Worms in Worms, Germany, which lasted until May 25th, and produced the Edict of Worms, denouncing Martin Luther. Yep. Remember I was telling you about the Diet of Worms a while ago? One of the more known a diet back then. It's not something you eat. It was like a meeting, a congregation.
Oh.
So like a diet of the minds, So, this is way back when, in the 1500s or so, but, we've covered other diets and whatnot in the show here. 1561, by Edict of Orleans, the French persecution of Huguenots was suspended. Good. 1568, the Edict of Tortada, prohibited the persecution of individuals on religious grounds in John Sigmundson's Zapole's Eastern Hungarian Kingdom. Good.
Why does tortada sound like a Spanish dish?
It's actually a torta, but tortada is a Spanish dish.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
That's why it sounded familiar.
Yeah. Actually, let me see here. Tortada. Let me... tostada. Not tortada, but a tostada.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I'm getting images of cake here. Oh, well, tortada lorguina. So there is a tortada, but it's not Spanish. It's some kind of cake.
Ah, okay.
Huh. Sounds Italian. 1573, Articles of the Warsaw Confederation were signed, granting religious freedom in Poland. Good.
Yeah.
1581, Scottish King James VI signed the Second Confession of Faith, the King's Confession, promising to adhere to the Protestant faith.
Ah, okay.
1 decade later, 1591, after having been accused of witchcraft in Edinburgh, Agnes Sampson was executed. That would do it. 1624, Sir Thomas Warner founded the first English colony in the Caribbean on the island of St. Kitts.
Of what? St. what?
The island of St. Kitts. That's the name of the island, not the colony.
No, I got it.
Yep. 1671, Welsh pirate Henry Morgan captured Panama City from its Spanish defenders. And that sounds pretty interesting because it's Henry Morgan.
Yeah.
You know, he's the inspiration to the alcohol spirit Captain Morgan.
Yeah.
But I have here from the other source, the original city of Panama, founded in 1519, was destroyed by a fire when privateer Henry Morgan sacked and set fire to it. The site of the previously devastated city is still in ruins, Panama Viejo. So basically, Panama City was moved. Like, they rebuilt it elsewhere, and the ruins are still there to this day of what he burnt down. I'd like to go check it out, actually. It said Panama Viejo. So let me look that up really quick. I just want to see some images. Panama Viejo. Yeah. Oh wow. Let me bigger this. These are ruins of that city, Panama City.
Yeah.
So that would be so cool to go and see this.
What year was this in, or approximately?
This was 1671 in which he did this. 1689, English Parliament resolved that the throne is vacant. Well, you can't look at it. Is there a button to see? Yes, no. Like you had to have a Parliament session about it? Really? 1724, the Russian Academy of Sciences was founded in St. Petersburg by Peter the Great and implemented in a Senate decree called St. Petersburg Academy of Sciences until 1917, in which it was renamed the Russian Academy of Sciences. So from St. Petersburg to Russia. And here's an image of it. Looks pretty cool. Right along the river's edge.
Yeah.
1754, the British writer Horace Walpole, in a letter to Horace Mann, coined the word serendipity.
Ah.
Yes. And actually, it wasn't the actual word serendipity. I think he used a different annotation of it. But right here, brand of accidental sagacity. According to the Walpole theory, the thing discovered must not have previously occurred, or previously occupied the mind of the discoverer, or the serendipper, as it were. That's what that's the initial coining of the term right there. 1787, Philadelphia's Free Africa Society was organized. I wonder what that is. Like, is that for free slaves or something? Like, did you have?
No, I don't have any input.
Free African Society was a benevolent organization that held religious services and provided mutual aid for free Africans and their descendants in Philadelphia. Okay, so it's for free Africans.
Yeah.
So I'm going to add this in the underbar section here.
That's kind of cool.
That is, yeah. It was a religious thing, so it gave some place to pray and whatnot. 1807, London's Pall Mall became the first street lit by gas lights. Pretty cool. There's several images of it. Oh, here's one. And then I had a note here telling me to look this up on image search because there's a lot of depictions of this comic here, and it looks like I can't think of it. A peep at the gas lights in Pall Mall, and it's a whole bunch of people commenting about it and everything.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
Yeah, all the stuff in the back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you still streaming over here? Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm streaming.
Okay.
I don't know why it's not live.
That's fine. I don't care.
Yeah. No, I guess it's
I just didn't want it to drop off on you.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It just it hiccups every now and then, but people are seeing it just fine. 1813, Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice was published by Thomas Egerton in the United Kingdom. All right. You remember that Pride and Prejudice? It's a really renowned novel.
Yeah, no, that's why I know of it, but I'm not familiar with it.
Neither am I really, but I know of it.
Pride and Prejudice. Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah. 1813, Jane, we got that one. 1814, French writer Steinhall's first book was published. No idea who that is, but, it sounds interesting.
It sounds familiar for some reason.
Well,
Steinhall?
Steinbeck.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Steinhall, Steinbeck. Okay. It's actually not even Stein. It's Stendhal.
Stendhal.
Stendhal. Yeah.
Okay.
No idea. 1855, the first locomotive ran from the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean on the Panama Railway.
We already talked about this.
That's not the canal, but it's the railway.
Yeah.
This was before the canal when they were...
We talked about a rail going from coast to coast yesterday or something.
Well, we for the canal, yes. I think I know what you're talking about, but it was something to do with the canal, or I think it was the first. That is a good question.
Don't slow it down.
Yeah. Well, if anyone can go back and look at the previous shows and try to figure out what we're talking about, that'd be great. 1860 here, Britain formally returned the Mosquito Coast to Nicaragua. How nice.
Mosquito Coast.
Yeah.
Gee,
you can have
take
it back.
this back, please.
Yeah. 1865, Confederate President Jefferson Davis named his 3 commissioners to negotiate for peace with the Union. Yep. Had to figure something out. 1871, North German Confederation, led by Prussian King Wilhelm I, captured Paris after the city surrendered, ending a 4-month siege. Yep. They also apparently signed an armistice here. 7 years later, we have George Coy, Herrick Frost, and Walter Lewis opened the first commercial telephone exchange in New Haven, Connecticut. This is telling
What's
me
a telephone exchange?
Well, like with the
okay.
thing.
Operators.
Yeah, exchanging the lines and everything.
Yeah.
But it's telling me to image search this blue square. So what does this say? Let's see if I can bigger this actually. So there we go. January 28th, George Coy, Henry Frost, launched the District Telephone Company of New Haven. This was the world's first commercial telephone exchange. It was located in a rented storefront office of the Broadman Building at the corner of Chapel and State Streets in New Haven, Connecticut. Upon opening for business, the District Telephone Company had 21 subscribers. At the time, telephone service cost $1.50 per month. Amongst the first stores to sign up for the exchange were the New Haven Flour Company, New Haven Folding Chair Company, and the American Tea Company. Coy, Frost, and Lewis were among the first private homes connected to the exchange. Oh, wow.
Pretty smart for a flour company. You can call in and call an order in.
That is. Well, if you had a phone.
Well, if they but eventually they would.
Yeah.
And then they're established.
Mm-hmm.
They also had a good show of the switches.
Let me bring this back up.
Sorry.
No, I want to... Oh, here it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Open image.
Over there on the far right.
Right here.
Right there, yeah.
I'm going to open this image in New Tab as well, so that way we can see both of these. Yeah, so like it shows here one phone and then the switch thing, and then the other phone to connect it.
Yeah.
And here is what you
That's cool. Yeah.
That is really cool. Look at that.
Yeah.
And then this is what the guy wore.
Yeah.
And I think he, like, for lack of a better term, eavesdropped in the conversation to make sure it stayed connected. Like one phone call at a time. Well, because if I bring this back up
and there's the mic to speak in. You got the headphone and the speaker.
Yeah, but if you look at this, it shows here that he has this connected to that, and then he has this connected up here, and he's talking on his own phone, and these people are connected. So I don't know what that depicts, but from this image, it shows here the switches.
Yeah.
But it shows his hardwired headpiece in here.
Headpiece there.
So
I think that's so he could talk to people to connect them. You're connecting.
Yeah. Miss Johnson, your call to Cincinnati has come through.
I would like 22, please.
Yep. 1878, the Yale Daily News was published, the first college daily newspaper. It just says first ever.
But where?
Well, Yale Daily News.
Oh, Yale.
Yeah.
Okay, I missed the Yale.
Yeah. Now, my other source says in the United States. So I wonder if it is the U.S.
Yeah,
or...
that makes sense.
Well, this one just says first college daily newspaper, period.
Yeah,
so,
but in the United States, it's probably Europe being older and all that.
Yeah, but, I mean, with that type of a technology, then they started lagging behind.
Yes.
So, who knows? 1887, during a snowstorm at Fort Keogh, Montana, the world's largest snowflakes are reported to be 15 inches or 38 centimeters wide and 8 inches or 20 centimeters thick. How is that possible? How is that possible? But it says here, image search it. Oh, yeah, here's a...
Actually, I don't think it would have killed you.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Come on, that's huge.
Image search. Images. Let's see here. It's showing here.
But you're not going to get a dimension out of it. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
but it's still like this is not a small thing. It's showing it here up against like what appears to be on a tree. And I don't. This is what was the diameter of the largest snowflakes in history. And it's showing this, but this looks like a zoomed in picture. I wish there was a way to replicate that. At least this is showing it, but that's not 15 inches. 15 inches is more than the palm of two hands.
Yeah.
So, well, here's something actually. That looks snowflake-ish.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Huh. 1887, England was all out for 45 against Australia at this SCG, its lowest total ever. All right. 1887 as well, work began on the Eiffel Tower in Paris with initial plans of dismantlement after the World's Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, we spoke about that a couple days ago. The ground was broken. But I guess this is after they got enough ground broken to start pouring cement or whatever it is
What
that
did
they do.
What did they actually say was the beginning there?
Just says work began on the Eiffel Tower. But like 3 or 4 days ago or so, we said ground was broken.
Yeah, and you had that partial build.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that was just an image of it farther later
maybe
on.
Maybe the ground was broken.
Yeah, well,
they did the ceremonial thing.
Yeah.
And then they actually could start building.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like they broke the ground because you have to start digging, and maybe now the hole is big enough for it to.
Oh, no. What we may have had totally ceremonial. Hey, we're going to do a shovel. Oh,
Yeah.
we're ready to go.
Yeah. Okay, whatever. Anyway, 1896, Walter Arnold of East Peckham, Kent, became the first person to be convicted of speeding. He was fined 1 shilling plus costs for speeding at the insane breakneck high-octane acceleration of 8 whole entire miles per hour.
I just wish they'd tell you what the speed limit is.
It was, I'm not done. It was also 13 kilometers an hour. That's what it translates into. Thereby exceeding the contemporary speed limit of 2 miles per hour, or 3.2 kilometers an hour. So, he broke it by 4 times.
He was humming.
Yeah. Which reminds me, a funny story about cars, and I don't remember exactly what state it was. I think it was Ohio, but in the entire state. Okay, so this is not just like, one town or one city or one county or whatever. This is the entire state. You don't have to lean back like that.
I want that to smack me up the side of the
I'm
head.
not going to hit you with a used Kleenex. No, anyway, the entire state, there are only 2 vehicles. And they still somehow crash into each other. And that's real. 1899, American Social Science Association was incorporated by Congress. What is that?
Don't know.
For the sake of time, I'm going to keep on going here. 1902, Carnegie Institute was founded in Washington, D.C. with a $10 million gift from Andrew Carnegie.
At Carnegie Hall?
Not Carnegie Hall, the Carnegie Institution. Carnegie
okay.
Hall is a performance arts center.
Yeah.
This is some kind of institution or something.
Yeah.
1904, we have the first college sports letters given to seniors who played on University of Chicago's football team.
Yeah.
Were awarded blankets with the letter C on them.
They lettered.
Yeah. Here it is. 1909, U.S. military forces left Cuba for the second time, with the exception of Guantanamo Bay Naval Base, after having been there since the Spanish-U.S. War. So, yeah, so the Spanish-American War, Spanish-U.S. War,
we talked about this the other day.
We permanently own that area, despite Cuba being Cuba, and all that stuff. And there was actually an interesting video I saw a while ago about all that. 1914, Beverly Hills, California was incorporated.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, podunk out there, way out in the boonies.
Yeah, and actually, let's see if I can.
Way out there.
Guantanamo Bay. Guantanamo. Let's see if I can find the video. Oh, here it is. Okay, I think this is it. Yeah. So this would be a good watch after this video, of course. I'm going to post this in the underbar section here. G-Bay. Alright, there we go. 1915, the first U.S. ship lost in World War I, the William P. Fryer, carrying wheat to the U.K. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yep. 1915, the United States Coast Guard was created by merging the U.S. Life-Saving Service and the U.S. Revenue Cutter Service. Here's just an image of the U.S. Revenue Cutter Service. Cutters, of course, being ships.
Yeah.
You know, so they just merged them. 1915, U.S. President Woodrow Wilson refused to prohibit immigration of illiterates. Oh. Okay. I think that's... Like,
he refused. He what did he do?
Refused to prohibit immigration of illiterates.
Prohibit. Okay, there is the word I skipped.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I put in a snide remark. If you can't read this, go back where you came from.
Are you really going to assimilate, which they want you to do when you're immigrating?
If you can't read the language, you're clearly not even taking the first step.
Yeah.
You know, so I disagree with his decision. If you want to immigrate here, learn the language. If you don't know it, then you're out. You're not coming here. You know?
Well, which gets me back to my point. We should have a national language.
Absolutely. And actually, we covered, what was it, Puerto Rico or Cuba making English their official second language or something a couple days ago?
I don't remember.
I don't remember
I would
either.
remember that, huh?
Or I think it might be coming up. I'm not sure. 1916, Manitoba women were the first in Canada to win the right to vote and to hold a provisional office. Provincial office. There we go.
Manitoba, eh?
Yeah. What's all that about? But yeah, Canada beating us, you know, to the punch with women's suffrage. 1917, municipally owned streetcars took to the streets of San Francisco, California. Mm-hmm. All right. That started. 1918, during the Finnish Civil War, rebels seized controls of the capital, Helsinki, and members of the Senate of Finland went underground. Mm. Yep. 1918 as well. Strike on Berlin ammunition factory. Now, what kind of a strike? Is this like a pay strike? Are these employees? Or since it's 1918, is it an attack? Is it World War I?
Well, my first reaction is an attack.
Yeah, but it just says strike on Berlin ammunition factory.
Yeah.
Well, it's an ammo factory.
Yeah.
But it's not telling me what kind of a strike.
But you conjure up attack.
Yeah. Well, because it's 1918.
Yeah, war.
Yeah. 1919, the Order of the White Rose of Finland was established by Baron Gustaf Mannerheim, the regent of the Kingdom of Finland.
White Rose?
Yeah. What is the Order of the White Rose? Let's look that up here really quick, actually. I am intrigued. I'm also very hungry, and I don't want to, bust through the show to go eat and everything. But what is this? The Order of the White Rose was a Jacobite society founded in 1886 by Bertram Ashburnham, 5th Earl of Ashburnham, as a successor to the Cycle Club. Huh. All right.
1986.
Yeah, this was 1919.
Yeah, way after the establish of it.
Huh. And this was something else. 1926, the order closed during the First World War.
Oh, maybe it's reestablishing it.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to add this link anyway, as well to the underbar section here. So, anyway, moving up to 1922, J.E. Clair turned Green Bay franchise back to the NFL. Yep. 1922 as well, the Knickerbocker storm, Washington, D.C.'s biggest snowfall, caused the city's greatest loss of life when the roof of the Knickerbocker Theater collapsed, killing 98 patrons. Yikes.
Now, in basketball, of course, there's the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah.
But then, there's the New York Knicks.
Yeah.
Their actual name is the New York Knickerbockers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I remember you saying that a while ago. I was going to let you finish that up just so that way the viewers...
Yeah, true.
But see, that makes me wonder, do they not use that word out of fear of confusion of saying another word, which is a very big no-no word? Knickerbocker. Yeah. No, seriously.
I just think... And maybe it's officially been changed to the Knicks. I've never heard if it's actually been changed, but their original name was the Knickerbockers.
Oh yeah, no, I know that. But I'm saying, like,
I'm just saying. Now you're bringing up another subject, so I'm saying maybe the franchise has shortened the name. And it's official, just the Knicks. There's no more Knickerbockers.
Yeah, but that just, that's my exact same point, just going down another route.
Yeah, no, I
Did
know.
they do that because they don't want to be confused with saying the N-word?
I doubt it.
Well, I don't know. So much societal pressure.
So we got to find out somewhere later whether they're actually the Knicks now. We got to move on.
New York Knicks. I just want to see this. New York Knicks, full name. It's just, it just says Knicks.
So they may be officially the Knicks now. No more Knicks.
Oh, hold on a second. The New York Knickerbockers, shortened and more commonly referred to as the New York Knicks, are an American professional basketball team based in the New York City borough of Manhattan. So it's not saying they were officially changed. So they're still the Knickerbockers from what this says.
Right, okay.
So, once again, I ask, do they not go by the Knickerbockers because they don't want to be confused with saying the N-word? Anyway, 1923, a demonstration against a Dutch university in Ghent occurred. Wonder what they were doing. In 1932, the first U.S. State Unemployment Insurance Act enacted. In Wisconsin, no less.
Scandal.
Yeah. We also have Japanese forces attack Shanghai. And then 1 year later, the name Pakistan was coined by Chaudhry Ramat Ali and gradually accepted by the Muslims in the Indian subcontinent, who used it to push for a separate Muslim homeland in South Asia. So this is the birth of the name that eventually became the country.
Yeah, Pakistan.
Really cool. 1934, the first U.S. ski tow by rope began operation in Woodstock, Vermont. That's what this picture is. And it actually looks like somebody just modified a tractor because somebody's sitting there with a steering wheel, and they're just like, the gas pedal, like, you want to go up fast? Okay. And you just get them to...
That makes sense. You have a tractor and you alter it.
Yeah. 1935, Iceland became the first Western country to legalize therapeutic abortion. All right.
Therapeutic?
Yeah. Well, I mean, probably with, painkillers or something, or teaching them how to stretch, how to breathe. Well, no, that's birth. Yeah. What's therapeutic abortion? You know what? Let me look this up. What is therapeutic abortion? Therapeutic abortion. I just want the definition. Well, I'm not going to get into this because 1942, World War II. Pardon me. Navy flyer Don Mason sent message. Sighted sub sank same. So basically, found and killed a submarine.
Yeah.
1944, World War II. German submarines U-271 was sunk by U.S. Navy Air Patrol and U-571 by Australian plane off the coast of Ireland. So they lost 2 submarines. That's interesting. What was that? Just 2 years later?
Yeah.
So
24,
yeah. So 3 subs sunk on the same calendar date, just 2 years apart. That's pretty interesting. We also have 45 Dutch airplanes dump pamphlets on Java, and General Vinegar Joe Stilwell, a truck convoy, reopened Burma Road to China.
Oh, Burma Road.
Yeah. From our other source here, it says during World War II, supplies began to reach the Republic of China over the newly reopened Burma Road, thanks to General Vinegar Joe Stilwell and his truck convoy. 45 as well, Swedish ships brought food to the starving Netherlands. 2 years later, Bay Songbook auctioned for a record $151,000. 1948, a plane crash in the Diablo Mountains killed 28 Bracero farm workers being sent back to Mexico, inspiring Woody Guthrie's song Deportee. I listened to that earlier. It's an interesting listen. 1951, La Vie commence demain, the first X-rated movie depicting artificial insemination, opened in London. 1951, American and Bermuda naturalists discover... that's weird. Naturalists, I guess, discover the nesting site of Bermuda petrel, a seabird also known as a cahao. The species was thought extinct since 1615, but sporadic sightings spawned an expedition to some remotely rocky crags off Bermuda. And then they found it. So nice. 1953, 19-year-old Derek Bentley was hanged in Wandsworth Prison, London, controversially convicted of the murder of a police officer. He was pardoned on July 30th, 1998. Oh, gee. Yikes. That helps.
Yeah.
The same thing with...
It helps the family, I guess.
How?
But that's 50, 60 years later. I mean, just clear his name.
I guess so. Yeah. They did the same thing. Like, they absolved Joan of Arc of her crimes or something or whatever. Yeah. Like, 300 years later. I'm like, yeah, that helps.
Yeah.
Stupid. 1956, Elvis Presley made his first appearance on national TV on the Dorsey Brothers stage show.
Dorsey Brothers? Never heard of that.
Dorsey.
Oh.
Stage show program. It was called Stage Show.
Yeah.
So, 1956, Italy went through, Italy went 1-2 in the two-man bobsleigh in Cortina d'Ampezzo Winter Olympics, along with silver in a four-man event, the only medals for the home nation at the Games. At least they got something.
Yeah.
1958, Dodger catcher Roy Campanella was paralyzed in an automobile wreck.
Yep, that's just before they were coming here. That's where I corrected myself the other day. Remember, I said wait a minute, it was Roy Campanella that was in an auto accident in Maryland. Never played out here.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Now here's something else, and you don't get things this often here in the world. 1958, the Lego Group patented their design of interlocking Lego bricks, still compatible with bricks produced today.
Oh, cool.
So you can take a brick made from 1958,
wow,
and you can take a brick made in 2026, and they will work. That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. 1959, Soviet Union won the 62-37 for the first international basketball loss by the U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was pretty controversial.
Massively controversial.
Well, it kind of got stolen from them.
Oh, what was it? Hosted in the Soviet Union?
No. It was just the last. I mean, it was a really close game, which is controversial in itself, and the refs kind of went bonkers on them. If I'm remembering correctly.
That is a big upset, though.
Russia, though, right?
Yeah, the USSR, Soviet Union.
Yeah.
You know,
that's why it was controversial.
The thought of
the calls that were made at the end.
The thought of us losing to the Ruskies in anything not only is offensive, but something that of our own basketball, like that's a sin. You know,
we did that to them in hockey. Up in the Winter Olympics up in Placid.
Yeah, but that's okay because we're us.
Yeah. Took a bunch of college kids and beat an oiled Soviet machine.
Moving on to 1960, The Goon Show's final episode on BBC Radio. Whatever that is.
At first I thought it was The Gong.
The Gong.
You said The Goon, and it came to mind The Gong Show, which was really stupid.
It says here Spike Milligan.
I don't know.
Comedian and author.
Goon Show is.
Neither do I. 1960s.
Something I may have liked, though.
Well. 1960, first photograph bounced off moon, Washington, D.C. Huh. It's interesting.
What do they mean bounced? Photograph bounced off moon?
Well, they sent a photograph in digital form, I guess, and then sent it to the moon.
Back.
They have it bounced off. Let me, communication moon relay. Okay. What does this say here? There's a picture. In 1960, the first wire photograph transmitted by radio waves bounced off the moon was sent between Hawaii and Washington, D.C. by the U.S. Navy using 84-foot diameter parabolic antennas. The image was of the aircraft carrier Hancock with sailors on deck forming the words moon relay. Oh, that's what that was. Yeah. If I go back here to the web, right here it shows. So that's the image. This is the image that they relayed right here. That is cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I definitely got to add this in the underbar section here. Oops. Copy. Where is it? I have so many tabs open. What else do we got here? 1960 as well. NFL announced Dallas Cowboys 1960 and Minnesota Vikings 1961 franchises. From the source, the National Football League announced the expansion teams for Dallas to start in the 1960 NFL season and Minneapolis-St. Paul for the 1961 season, Dallas Cowboys and Minnesota Vikings respectively. We also have the Republic of Rwanda was proclaimed on this date in 1961. All right, happy birthday, Rwanda. In 62, Joanne Relicki got stung by bees 2,443 times in Rhodesia and survived.
Whoa.
Yeah.
How on earth would she survive that?
Well, clearly she wasn't allergic.
Boy, they really attacked her.
Yeah. 1964, an unarmed United States Air Force T-39 Saberliner on a training mission was shot down over Erfurt, East Germany, by a Soviet MiG-19. Probably not wise to do training missions near hostile countries.
What were they doing in hostile airspace?
Well, the Soviets clearly are trying to provoke us to attack them.
Well, East Germany, you shouldn't be over them. If it was actually their airspace.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Why is he? Well, first off, like, why do we have training missions that close to a hostile nation?
Yeah, no way should you be anywhere near that.
It says he's
training.
Yeah. 1965, The Who made their first appearance on British television program Ready Steady Go.
Yeah, The Who.
And we have the current design of the flag of Canada was chosen by an act of Parliament. Yep.
The flag of Canada?
Yes. The current design.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. Hold on a second.
I never know it changed.
Canadian flag history. Let's check this out here. Let's see if they have a thing. Oh, they do have a thing. So let me... A Canadian flag. So let me bigger this if it does get bigger. Okay, that is better.
That's of history. Okay.
Yeah, so initially it was...
From 1534 to 2020. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's the first one up there.
So here...
what do you call them?
Well, just, the fleur-de-lis or whatever. And then this thing. And then it was a cross. That kind of looks like Scotland. And then the Union Jack. And then this was a smaller Union Jack. Yeah. And then this is... And if you notice, this one has the red stripe. This is after they were unified with Ireland.
Ah.
Because there was a kingdom of Great Britain,
about that
Scotland, and Ireland. So that's Scotland.
Yeah.
That's Scotland and Britain. And then this is Britain, Scotland, and Ireland. And then they have a smaller one with a little shield. They changed the crest. And then they just said, screw it, maple leaf.
That's what they should be, is the maple leaf.
Yes.
That's what they should be.
Well, that's what they are now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That works. That's best. Just them.
Yep. 1968, Goose Goslin and Kiki Cuyler was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame. Do you sound familiar?
No.
We also have radiation alert following a B-52 crash in Arctic Air Base of Thule in Greenland. Maybe that's why Trump wants Greenland. He wants to try to see if we can recover that B-52 crash. 1968, Thai boxer Charche Shionoi retained his world flyweight title with a 13th round technical knockout of home favorite Efren Torres in Mexico City, first of 3 meetings between the pair. 1 year later, 1969 NFL Draft, O.J. Simpson from USC, first pick by Buffalo Bills. I think they chose him because he's a killer.
Boo. Obviously, it's way before all of that.
Yes.
I know.
72, Oral Roberts, Eddie Woods grabbed 30 rebounds for second consecutive game. That's incredible.
Who now?
Oral Roberts' Eddie Woods.
Okay, I'm not familiar with that. Oral Roberts is a university.
Okay, so Eddie Woods.
Yeah, don't know him.
1972, the Northern Ireland Civil Rights Association placed special emphasis on the necessity for a peaceful, incident-free day at the next march on January 30th in an effort to avoid violence. Well, then Britain just needs to let them free. 1973, Barnaby Jones premiered on CBS TV. What's Oh God?
Yeah, it was a sitcom.
Yeah.
I never cared for it. I only saw it once or twice.
I only know of the name through a cartoon called Frisky Dingo on Adult Swim. This guy, like the villain got amnesia or was blind or something or whatever, and the main character made an alter ego and called himself Barnaby Jones. Oh. And then he was working with the villain against him. It was weird. 1973, Mickey Welsh, George Kelly, and Billy Evans were elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame.
None of those.
73 as well, NHL Detroit Red Wings Henry Buka scored 6 seconds into a game in a 4-2 win over the Canadiens at the Forum in Montreal, Quebec. 6 seconds. That's,
fast.
Immediate.
Yeah.
74, Sam Thompson, Jim Bottomley, and Joko Conlan were elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame. Any familiar?
Say it again, I'm sorry.
Sam Thompson, Jim Bottomley, and Joko Conlan.
No.
Okay. 1976, EAS Prasanna took 8-76 to rip through New Zealand at Eden Park.
What does that mean? I have no idea.
I'll give you a hint of what it is. Hold on a second. This one.
What?
Cricket!
Oh.
You were so confused.
I was completely confused. What the hell are they talking about? I should have known.
Yes, you should have. 1976, NBA Atlanta Hawks began a 28-game road losing streak.
Ew.
We also have New York drug lord Frank Lucas was sentenced to 40 years in prison and $200,000 fine after being convicted on 4 drug charges. Good. 77, the first day of the Great Lakes blizzard of 1977, which dumped 10 feet or 3 meters of snow in one day in upstate New York, with Buffalo, Syracuse, Watertown, and surrounding areas being most affected. 10 feet of snow in one day. Wow. That's...
You get drifts that can bury your house.
Yeah. Well, that does bury a house. 10 feet?
Yeah.
You know, that's one entire story.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be a drift. You're
well,
right.
10 feet from ground would probably be up to here.
Yeah.
You know? 1979, Charlie Smalls' musical The Wiz, an updated take on The Wizard of Oz, starring Stephanie Mills, Stu Gilliam, and D.D. Bridgewater, closed at Majestic Theater in New York City after 1,672 performances, 7 Tony and 6 Drama Desk Awards.
I got a kick out of that name because the Wiz is a slang name for urinating.
Oh, yes. Draining the Wiz Liz.
Got to drain the lizard.
Yep. So, 1980, New York coach Red Holzman won his 600th NBA game, only the second after Red Auerbach, coach at the time, to reach the plateau as the Knicks beat Golden State 107-103.
Couple great coaches there.
Yeah. 1980 as well, CGC Blackthorn, WLB 391, collided with the tanker Capricorn while leaving Tampa, Florida, and capsized, killing 23 Coast Guard crew members.
Jeez.
Yeah. On the anniversary of the Coast Guard being formed, no less.
Oh.
Yeah. 1981, Olympic Glory tanker at Galveston Bay, Texas, spilled 1 million gallons of oil in a ship collision. It's not good. So, well, that's weird. 1 year apart, we have 2 tanker incidents. 1981 as well, Ronald Reagan lifted the remaining domestic petroleum price and allocation controls in the United States, helping to end the 1979 energy crisis and begin the 1980s oil glut. All right. We have here Italian police 1 year later rescued U.S. Brigadier General James Dozier, held a hostage for 6 weeks by the Red Brigade in Padua, Italy. Why is this? Hold on a second. That's weird. Oh. Okay, get rid of that. And hold on a second. I didn't edit this correctly, so there we go. 1984, Edmonton center Wayne Gretzky's NHL recorded point scoring streak ends, or record point scoring streak ends, at 51 games when Oilers beaten 4-2 by LA Kings. Gretzky totals 61, 92, 153 during the period. Incredible. We also have a record 295,000 dominoes toppled in Fürth, West Germany. That is many thousands of dominoes. 1985, charity single We Are the World, recorded by supergroup USA for Africa, consisting of Michael Jackson, Lionel Richie, Quincy Jones, Bruce Springsteen, Stevie Wonder, and other pop stars.
Oh, it's huge, yeah.
1986, Space Shuttle Challenger exploded 73 seconds after liftoff from Cape Canaveral, killing all 7 crew members, including Krista McAuliffe, who was to be the first teacher in space.
And her whole class was watching.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. A lot of stuff has happened on this calendar date in history. Yeah. Wow.
I remember that day distinctly.
Yeah. Well, the first of only 2 shuttles to explode. So... 1987, wrestler Jim Neidhart was indicted for assaulting a flight attendant.
Oops.
1988, Canada Supreme Court declared anti-abortion law unconstitutional in R versus Mortalagier, or Morgenthaler. So if you want to look it up, look this up right here. 1988, Denver Nuggets point guard Michael Adams took record streak to 79 consecutive games with at least one 3-point field goal in a 117-102 loss against Indiana at Market Square Garden. Streak ended the next game. 1988, New York Rangers Marcel Downs scored a second period power play goal in a 5-2 win over Philadelphia, becoming the first player in NHL history to get 20 goals in each of his first 17 seasons. Incredible. 1991, dictator Saeed Bayar fled Somalia, ending 22-year rule. All right, sayonara.
Yeah.
1 year later, St. Louis right wing Brett Hull became the second player after Wayne Gretzky in NHL history to break record back-to-back seasons of 50 goals in 50 games. Number 50 came in 3-3 Blues' tie in Los Angeles. 1998, Michelangelo's drawing of Christ and the Woman of Samaria sold for $7.4 million, a record price for the artist. Prince Price. Hold on a second. That's 1998. Yeah, they did a record Prince. Typo right here. It's not good. So, let me look at this up here. This piece of art, really quick. I just want to see. So I guess there's multiple depictions of this, but I guess this is it. That looks AI though.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Anyway. Moving on up into the 2000s, 2003, in a State of the Union address, U.S. President George W. Bush announced President's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief, PEPFAR. Plan will go on to save 25 million lives worldwide as of January 2023. All right, well, that's successful. Yeah. I want to know, though, if there's any underlying consequences for that. Were there, how many people suffered, if any?
Well, it's the old good intentions thing. You never know the other flip side.
Well, 25 million lives, or so they say.
Yeah.
2006, the roof of one of the buildings at the Katowice International Fair in Poland collapsed due to the weight of the snow, killing 65 people and injuring over 170 others.
Wow.
Yikes. 2010, 5 murderers of Bangladeshi President Sheikh Mujibur Rahman were hanged. Lieutenant Colonel Syed Farouk Rahman, Lieutenant Colonel Sultan Sahariar Rashid Khan, Major Akam Mohiuddin Ahmed, Major Bazlul Huda, and Lieutenant Colonel Mohiuddin Ahmed. And then I gotta do this because there was a Khan. So, 2011, hundreds of thousands of protesters filled the Egyptian streets against the Hosni Mubarak's regime in demonstrations referred to as the Friday of Anger. 1 year later, death toll from coordinated bombing attacks in Kano, Nigeria reached 185. Massive unrest happening over there. In 2013 as well, Iran's Peshkam rocket successfully completed a return trip of sending a monkey into space. All right, Iran space program. Hopefully they don't use it to isn't Iran collapsing actually right now?
Possibly.
Yeah, so I don't think they have a space program anymore. 2014, DNA analysis confirmed that the 6th century plague of Justinian was caused by a variant of Yersinia pestis, the same bacteria for the Black Death.
Ooh.
So wow. 2017, Australian Open women's tennis, Serena Williams defeated older sister Venus Williams 6-4, 6-4 for her 7th Australian title and record 23rd Grand Slam event singles victory.
So Serena won that one?
Yes.
Okay. What's going on right now? The Australian Open.
Well, that's probably why we have these articles.
Yeah.
Which you're going to not like the last 2 articles of today's show. 2017, U.S. President Donald Trump and Australian Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull have a contentious phone call over the deal for U.S. to take 1,250 refugees. Huh. Well, why? What was going on? Was it from the fires? No. 2017. What was going on between Australia and us involving refugees in 2017?
I remember there was a big debate. I don't know if they were from Australia or he was just hammering them because he's not taking refugees from Europe or a lot of the Muslims that needed rescuing. I think that's what it was.
That makes sense. Yeah, Australia is pretty tight with their borders, as they should. So, 2018, 7 survivors from a missing Kiribati ferry carrying 100 people rescued after a week at sea. All right. 2019, draft framework for peace agreement to end 17-year conflict in Afghanistan agreed by U.S. and Afghan negotiators. Was that the Abraham Accords by chance?
I don't think so.
2019, and Afghanistan. Oh wait, no, that was our pulling out.
Oh yeah.
That was our pulling out. And then freaking stupid Biden. It got him, ripped them all out of there and caused that whole situation. Idiot. 2020, U.S. President Donald Trump released his Middle East peace plan alongside Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at the White House. Were these the Abraham Accords?
That could be.
Okay. Because this is Trump.
Peace plan. Yeah, probably is. Well, you have Abraham Accord, for instance. Oh, with a question mark.
Yeah, I wrote these.
Just now?
No, well, during my research writing, okay. I add little comments in the parentheses.
Yeah.
Underneath.
That could be. But I don't know if they would have laid it out between the two of them. Yeah, I don't know. 2021, Bernie Sanders' mittens warned the inauguration raised $1.8 million for Vermont charities after images went viral. What do mittens have to do with it?
Well, no,
charities.
I'll explain here. Bernie, you know what? Yeah, hold on a second. There we go. I'll just do this. Images. This image right here. This image went viral for whatever reason. Like him sitting there with his mittens and his mask and everything. That went viral. So they sold, that's what sold. Those mittens raised $1.8 million for Vermont charities after the images went viral. So these mittens, they sold them or something.
A pair of mittens for 1.8 or that style of
those mittens.
For 1.8 million.
Well, because the image went viral.
Yeah.
So it's just like, these aren't just, a replica. These are the mittens, Hell, they'll probably end up in a museum at some time. 2021, share trading app Robinhood, favored by Reddit, suspended trading of GameStop amid huge surge in share price of the previously shortlisted stock by Wall Street.
Yeah, they're trying to kill it.
They're still trying to.
Yeah.
How's your stock, by the way?
Doing better.
Doing good, okay.
Not there yet.
But you're still fighting the good fight.
Yeah.
So, 2021, a nitrogen leak at a poultry food processing facility in Gainesville, Georgia, killed 6 and injured at least 10 others. And then 2023, protests began after police beat and killed Tyre Nichols. We spoke about that yesterday. 2024, 100 ballads names the Wandering Prince of Troy, the most popular ballad of the 17th century, in a project documenting the earliest form of commercial pop music in England. Wow. So they have to commercialize everything. It's ridiculous. 2024, a drone attack on U.S. military base in Jordan killed 3 U.S. soldiers and injured 40. All right. 2024, England cricket spin bowler Tom Hartley followed Ollie Pope's 196 with stunning debut figures of 762 as the tourists upset India by 28 runs in the first test in Hyderabad. And I'll give you a little break here. 2024, environmental protesters throw soup at Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa, protected by glass at the Louvre in Paris. Thank God. You remember that, though? They're just trying to destroy it?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And there's a reason why my hand hasn't been removed.
I know.
2024, the West Indies won their first cricket test match in Australia in 27 years in Brisbane. Rookie fast bowler Shamar Joseph took 768 to guide Windies to an 8-run victory and a 1-1 series tie.
27 years. You got to give them credit for trying.
Yeah, exactly. And that shall conclude the show for the day. Once again, please check the underbar in the description for any links that you may be interested in, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. And these, will of course be down there after the live stream. A lot of history has and continues to be made on a daily basis, so we can only bring you a portion of it. Please check our sources. It is up to you to find the artifacts of our history, but only if each individual reaches out with and for open mindfulness and a yearning to learn, to see outside what you think you know, to grow and find enlightenment. We have to find common ground with those who see their opinions differently from your own and find a better way to be better to one another. For your dose of Pacifist Daily, we stream every day at 5 p.m. Pacific Time, 6 Mountain, 7 Central, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, respectively. For all of you and all of us, I am Xander.
Golden Loon.
And UVRU, thank you once again for watching, and until you catch us next time, whenever it is, wherever it is, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs.